Hello there. Holy smokes, the music, it stayed on OBS today. It's a November miracle. Hate Hole Face, hello. Welcome. Hi. Happy Sunday. How's everyone doing? That is so true, Bong. Yeah, we see each other honestly like more than our families, right? What kind of life is that? That's awesome. How's everyone doing today? Welcome, welcome. Last stream of the weekend. Let's finish it off strong. Jelly Filled was first in today. I'm so excited. Thanks, Jelly. Turn Point, thank you. Thanks everyone for the congratulations on the partner anniversary. We were literally just talking about that yesterday on stream, and then I get the notification today on Twitch. I was like, thanks for the warning. Like, we could have planned something fun at least to do for it. Like, maybe we'll celebrate it next weekend. I don't know. Hi, Oak. Samuel's in here with us. Mickey, Mish. We got Bunk. We got Greek. I think that's it. I'm scrolling. You have a hangover? No. What were you drinking last night? Now that we say that, it's the first day of the week? What? The week starts on Sunday? That's funny you say that. Someone I follow on Instagram, she always does these polls, and she was like seeing how people schedule their weeks, whether they started on like Sunday or Monday. We all think of it differently, don't we? Okay, friends, we are gonna have a nice, quick, and easy Sunday stream. And this is like kind of a brunch-inspired meal, but it's not gonna like look very North American brunch-esque. But it's still gonna look like heckin' amazing. If you've never had Okonomiyaki or even seen it before, definitely click on the recipe link here and check it out. We're gonna go over what it is too today, because it is such a quick thing to prepare. And then, like I mentioned in chat before we started, is maybe I'll prep a Greek salad today for myself, just for the upcoming week, just to have some yummy veggies ready to go in the fridge. I always find like if you have it prepped and then it's just sitting in the fridge, way more likely to eat it. And yeah, we'll celebrate with a little bit of feta, and then maybe I'll even cook like a small pot of rice or something like that for this week, because I took out some brisket from the freezer that we had. I forget whether it was smoked or not, but I want to have like a brisket rice bowl this week. Hi, Watermelon. Okay, really quick, everyone, click on Watermelon's name in chat and follow them. I keep forgetting to do that because you're also a streamer and I'm just like never around much to watch your streams, but I saw you were on yesterday when I finished. So if you're gonna stream today, Watermelon, maybe we'll come and raid you. You followed? Sweet. Perfect. Good job, guys. Thank you. Spread the deliciousness, right? That's what we're all about. Okay, so here's what the description of Okonomiyaki is, and then I'm just gonna read through the Serious Eats article because Kenji describes it very well. You're welcome, Watermelon. We can give a shout out. Or wait, it's Walter Melon. What? I just noticed the L in there. I can read, I swear. Hi, Titan. How are you? I can read, I swear. Yeah, we're making a savory one today, Greek. But were you around the one stream where we attempted the sweet version of the Japanese pancakes? I forget if they turned out. It's almost kind of like a sandwich. Well, actually, okay, let's read about it because it's actually not sandwich-esque. It's more pizza-esque. No one knows this. Let's learn. What are you up to today, Titan? Okay, so it says Osaka-style okonomiyaki, Japanese cabbage pancake. Okonomi means how you want it, and this is an extremely adaptable dish, which is so awesome because I linked the recipe in Discord for you guys if you want to make this for yourself this week coming up. All you really need is cabbage and eggs, and then you can like throw different meats and stuff into the mix. You'll see when we make it later, and you can top it like however you want. It's pretty cool. It's more like a snack meal bonk, relatively quick and easy. Yeah, that's why we're gonna read a bit, learn a bit, and prep a couple other things before we make it today. Thanks, Oak. Yeah, Titan, you're 4 minutes late. Bonk, you have had this in Japan before, right? And I will say I didn't grab a couple of the things because I just can't find them here, like a mountain yam. A Japanese mountain yam doesn't exist, and I wasn't prepared to drive around for hours on end to try and find it. He did say it's like an optional thing, just so we are aware. Some of the things adapted to North America might be difficult to find, but like I said, he does a good job explaining what you can switch it out with, the different ingredients. Veggie pancakes are always delicious. You like making the Korean variants a lot? I don't know if I've had a Korean veggie pancake, but I would be down for that. We're gonna sneak some pork belly in today, so it's kind of reminiscent of like bacon and eggs. That's what I was thinking for like a Sunday brunch sort of stream. So there we go. Okay, this is what Kenji says. Good morning, White Dove. Welcome in. I hope you're doing good. He says, you know how sometimes you meet someone for the first time and it's like you've known each other your whole lives? That's how it was for me and okonomiyaki. The first time I ate one was when a Japanese friend whipped one up to fill the hole in our bellies after an afternoon of day drinking in the park. She tossed together chopped cabbage and vegetables with a couple eggs and a packet of dry batter mix before frying it in a cheap aluminum nonstick skillet and sliding it out onto a plate, drizzling it with Japanese mayo and a thick brown sauce. Yeah, breakfast okonomiyaki, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Its flavors are sweet and savory, spicy from little bits of pickled ginger, smoky with the flavor of like dashi, which is like a smoked tuna sort of broth, but we're gonna top it with something called bonito instead. Yeah, Kewpie, Japanese mayo, very important. I was stressing out at the store the other day when I was looking for the Kewpie because I literally couldn't find it. Went through the aisle 3 times and then all of a sudden it just appeared. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank goodness. I knew it was here. I never gave up. Okay, what else does he say? So the texture is simultaneously crunchy and creamy, and it hit all of my comfort food sweet spots. No wonder they call this stuff Osaka soul food. It's Friday. Hi, Ruru, too. Thank you, friends. You exclusively only use Kewpie now? My husband would do the same thing. I think we only bought a thing of Hellmann's because we were out of Kewpie last time. They sell Kewpie at Costco? That doesn't exist here. Thank you, White Dove. Holy smokes. 45 months in a row. Thank you very much for the resub and being part of our kitchen crew for that long. You just came from Costco, Ruru. What'd you get? High turn point? What did you get? Okay, so then he says, what is okonomiyaki? Okonomi means how you want it, and an okonomiyaki is one of the world's most infinitely adaptable dishes. The shredded or chopped cabbage in the base is a given in, but beyond that, you can add whatever you'd like to the batter. It's worth noting there's also a Hiroshima-style okonomiyaki that layers eggs, bean sprouts, and noodles in the base of it. In Japan, restaurants that specialize in okonomiyaki will have menus with dozens upon dozens of mix-ins for you to choose from, ranging from chopped shrimp and pork belly to mochi, fresh corn, Chinese sausage, and even cheese. There you go, Greek. It does sometimes Samo at Costco, the 2-pack of Kewpie. I don't remember seeing it ever. I know how a serious Bonk is about his Kewpie. That made me laugh. Eggs, bean sprouts, and noodles Greek for the Hiroshima style one. Ruru got sugar, juice, chocolates, frozen veggies, and chickens. That's a good Costco run. Not too much junk in there. That's always a trap, right? Don't go down the junk aisles and then you won't buy the junks. What else? Says you pick your ingredients and the waiter mixes up the batter, then hands it to you so you can cook it yourself on a wide steel to pan, which is like a griddle, installed on the tabletop, flipping and eating it with specially designed miniature spatulas. That sounds fun. Has anyone done that before? I haven't. Says once you have a few Japanese staples in your pantry, all of which have a shelf life of forever, making this at home is cheap, quick, easy, and filling. Best of all, it's great for using up leftovers. I'm not really using up any leftovers in mine today, but you can definitely do that if you wanted to. You get them at, what's it called? A teppanyaki? Yeah, teppanyaki. I didn't know some of these have a forever shelf life. Okay, it says there's dozens of recipe variations on the batter, including those that combine wheat and rice flour, some with baking powder so that it like puffs up, and the ever handy boxed mix. He says don't bother, you won't need it. Says I keep mine simple with straight up flour, a couple eggs, and water. I am going to use gluten in this today. So throughout my adventures of trying to not eat gluten, one thing I've noticed is as long as the ratio of the other ingredients outweigh the amount of gluten in the dish, I seem to be okay. If there's a lot of protein and vegetables and not that much wheat in it, I'm okay. So I'm gonna just do the flour for sure in this, just to make sure it actually sticks together. I don't want it to get too messy and then be gross and not want to eat it after, right? Says with a bunch of flour, minimal mixing, you get something similar to a traditional Western pancake. But he likes his okonomiyaki firm on the outside, creamy in the center. I'm gonna cook mine more because I don't love custardy eggs. Eggs are one thing I'm a little bit particular about, and they can't be the snotty, runny texture at all. Unless it's an Eggs Benedict or something like that. But if it's a scrambled egg mix, it has to be cooked through, just personally. Hi, John the Young. Thank you, friend. How are you doing? Sometimes when you make chicken salad watermelon, you'll make mayo from schmaltz. That sounds good. Bonk is saying yaki means grilled. So that's why the pan is called that. You is good? I'm good too. What you been cooking up lately? It says the key to a great texture for your okonomiyaki is to mix it thoroughly. Beat your batter with a fork using the same motion you'd use to beat the eggs for an omelet. And then as you whip it, the batter will incorporate air bubbles, turning light and frothy and making for a finished pancake that is creamy but not dense. That's important. Nice. Loco Moco, that's a good Sunday one too. That's kind of brunch-esque. It's a good breakfast dish. It says to fry the okonomiyaki, you can use a flat griddle like what's at the restaurants, but my version is so loose and custardy that it's easier to do it in a non-stick skillet. So I'm just gonna use this today. Our nice cast iron pan should work phenomenal for that. But if you do have a flat skillet, go for it if you're feeling up to it. It says I start by layering pork belly into the pan first. It says bacon will also work, but it might stick a little bit just due to the sugar in the bacon. And yeah, we layer the pork belly in while the pan is still cold, and then we spread the batter on top so that the batter weighs down the pork belly and the pork belly doesn't curl up when we first start cooking it, which is so cool. And then we just use some moderate heat, cover it with a lid as it cooks. I have a nice glass lid so we can watch it as it's cooking that fits on that pan. And then it takes about 10 minutes before you flip it. So like nice, like low and slow, right? You have to be patient. Are we making our own sauce? I'm gonna make my own sauce. I couldn't find the okonomi sauce at the store, so I'm gonna make my own variation today. I have oyster sauce and stuff like that I'm gonna be able to use. Yeah, I'm excited. Okay, it says the other indispensable condiment, which John and I are talking about, is okonomiyaki sauce, which is a thick, sweet, and vinegary brown sauce that is similar in flavor to Worcestershire sauce. Some people call okonomiyaki Japanese pizza, which is a terrible metaphor for it. But if we were to go with it, the okonomiyaki sauce and mayo would be like the tomatoes and the cheese, which is essential to the character of the dish. Same with like how pizza, you can't really have pizza without tomatoes and cheese. That's crazy. So what takes the place of the Parmesan and the red pepper flakes on the pizza? We are gonna switch those out for nori, pickled ginger. I do have green onions that we can slice up and put on top. Same with bonito flakes. And they say don't feel compelled to have to choose between utensils when you eat this dish. You can eat it with a fork, a spoon, chopsticks, whatever is the easiest way to get it in your mouth vessel. I don't have ketchup, but I was just gonna sneak in a little of our barbecue sauce instead, which was very ketchup-esque. It's like red. So we'll make it ourselves. Plus the barbecue sauce like won't go bad with the bonito because it's just smoked fish anyway. So I was like, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, me too, right, Mish? I'd get really disappointed if someone asked me if I wanted Japanese pizza and an okonomiyaki arrived. Would you really be disappointed, though? I mean, you'd still eat it, though, wouldn't you? And then, Kenji, one last little point on here. The other thing okonomiyaki has in common with pizza is that it's almost as good the next day eaten cold out of the fridge. But maybe that's just the latent college kid in me talking, he says. Okay, I'm gonna make a little prep listy, and then away we go. Nice, HP sauce. Oh my gosh, I haven't had that in a hot minute. Ice cold? Apparently, but maybe we'll save that for the college kids, Kenji said. Okay, flip the page. Okay, so our cabbage. I'm gonna write the ingredients that we have to prep. Pork belly will slice up. I took it out of the freezer this morning. Our pickled ginger. It's a lot of prep, but then like the quickest cooking ever. And I will say we have made this before on stream, like probably 2, maybe even 3 years ago. And if I can remember correctly, we actually made this with Sam on the Big Green Egg on our griddle over the wood fire. Let me see. If I can find the VOD on YouTube. didn't find it. I searched for it on my channel, but I didn't find it. We might have missed uploading that VOD. Okay, back to this. Back to the recipe. Okay, we got our cabbage, pork belly, pickled ginger, our eggs, water. Don't forget to prep your water, okay? Flour. And then our little garnishes. So we gotta make our sauce. Okonomi sauce. I laugh so hard when people call it cute pie mayo. Our nori. We might have to toast our nori before we slice it up. We'll see. That's it. Okay, and then underneath I'll put our Greek salad really quick. Prep that as we're munching on our okonomiyaki together. And then we should be good. Who's had this before? Who in chat has had this before? Like I said, I've only had it one other time. But I really liked it and now I'm ready to have it again. You have had it at a restaurant, Mish? Did you like it? I might make a couple today, we'll see. We'll see how much stuff I prep for it. Just me, myself, and I. I picked up a Napa cabbage for this because I didn't want to pay $8 for an organic green cabbage at this store. And we couldn't use a red cabbage for it. So this is where we're at. Here's our really nummy pork belly. Look at how fatty those pieces are. It's a little bit frozen still just because I thought it would be easier to slice it that way. I'll probably cut that first and then prep everything else afterwards. So yeah, you'd like to actually learn to make it yourself? Well, perfect then. I can't turn my lights up anymore. Oh well. Oh wells. And then I think we'll just leave the pork belly slices on this cutting board for when we go to put them in the pan. And then everything else just kind of gets mixed up in one bowl together. So that's really easy. Okay, to cut this easier, we're gonna cut it down a little bit smaller. There's like a little nubby that came off. Good morning, Mom. How are you? So just go slow and controlled. It doesn't have to be paper thin slices of pork belly. And you can also buy sliced pork belly at the store already if you don't want to do this step yourself. Like I said, if it's a little bit frosty, it's easier to get thinner. You're good? Yeah, everyone's good here, I think. Like, don't worry if some of the pieces are like kind of little nubs of pork. By the time it's cooked into the pancake, you're not even gonna notice it. What you guys getting up to today, Mom? So we definitely won't need any extra oil with how nice and fatty these pieces of pork are. But if you weren't using pork, you are able to make this vegetarian. Just use a little bit of vegetable oil. Otherwise, your pancake will probably stick. Get over there. It's also very inexpensive to make, I would say. I don't like cutting like that. This one might just be a thicker one, we'll see. Maybe I can cut away from myself. There. I don't know if we'll need this other chunk, guys. I'm just gonna leave it whole like that, and then we can just put this back in the fridge for now. I can wash up my knife, and that's like the dirtiest part of prep for today, was just a little bit of raw meat. But now it's done, we don't have to think about it. Such a nice day out here today, too. We finally got sunshine in our life. I think it's like +8 Celsius. Just a beauty day. What's everyone else getting up to today? Just hanging out? I'm gonna go charge the car after stream today and go for a nice walk while it's charging. Our eggies out while I'm in here. There's our eggs. It says we only need 2 eggs, so we'll just put those to the side for now. Then our massive cabbage. Let's grab a bowl. The batter is almost like tempura-esque, I would say. Hello, cabbage? The most amount of plastic ever. We'll reuse it then. So it said half of the cabbage. Which is gonna be so much still. First, actually, with Napa cabbages, I usually pick off the outer leaf. Like 1 or 2 of them. Just because they're kind of soggy to begin with. It's like the built-in packaging, I would always call it. Ah, look at that. Plus we unearthed a worm in here. How dare. No wormies allowed. I'm gonna pick that little area out where it was living. How dare there be bugs in my vegetables? I'm gonna cut off like 1/3 of this. Because if I know cabbage, when we start cutting it up, it's gonna be so much. I'm gonna wrap it over here, because this is the longest piece of plastic ever. But one nice thing about having extra cabbage around is it stays for a long time in the fridge. Such a good versatile vegetable. You can have it raw or cooked. And it really absorbs all the flavors you put with it. So we're gonna shred this really nice and fine. First things first, oops, just keep that over there. We're just gonna cut the core out of the bottom. That's like the small amount of core we got, that's it. And then we're just gonna cut down the center so the pieces aren't nearly as long. And we're just gonna go across this way. Why is this so satisfying? the sound, the feeling. Like, it's so satisfying, watermelon. This cabbage isn't like too wet either, so it should make a really nice mix with the batter. It's okay, Mickey. I'm here for you guys. It is Napa cabbage, bonk, because all they had at the store was a head of organic green cabbage that was super small for like $8. I was like, that's not happening. Plus, I really like the sweetness of Napa cabbage. Some parts are gonna be nice and crunchy, other parts are just gonna be like super fluffy when it mixes with the egg. It is ideal for kimchi. That's what it was reminding me of. Just gonna grab a little hand towel. Yeah, stir fries. Ooh. I might make a pork belly stir fry for myself this week. That sounds so good. Okay, cabbage, good. Let's keep crossing this off as we go. So cabbage is done, pork belly's done. Next up, our pickled ginger. A rice noodle stir fry called Mui Fun that uses a ton of it. I could eat that with the rice noodles. The heck, I should make that. So 2 eggs, I'll just put beside the cutting board here so they don't roll away. I just got sushi pickled ginger because I couldn't find the other one that they were talking about. I am very strong. Opened it all by myself. Just grabbing a fork. Or actually, I'll just grab some tweezers. Pick that out of there without... What the heck? I gotta take this back. I just noticed on the side, it's literally best before the day I bought it, which was yesterday. Best before November 11th, 2023. A lesson. To look at your dates when you go shopping, I guess. I mean, it'll probably last a lot longer than that, but still. Napa carrot, soy sauce, dried shrimp, and black pepper. For the stir fry, yum. And I heckin' love pickled ginger. Oh my gosh, need a little piece. Not super sweet, which is okay. Let's chop this up. Yeah, right, Samuel? Literally expired the day that I bought it. These are things we don't think of, right? Sprinkle that in. I can't wait to have this in my life. In Japan one time, from a street food vendor. Yeah, I will. I kept the receipt and everything. That's why I always keep them. Oh, gross. When potatoes go bad, that honestly might be one of the worst smells, like, ever. Ever. So, before we mix this batter up, I think we'll make our okonomi sauce. Oh, I forgot to put green onion on here. We'll slice our green onion, we'll make the okonomi sauce and like finish the couple of garnishes first, and then we'll mix the batter and cook it. And yeah, go check to see if there's more of them on the shelf when I go get the refund. Oh, that was bad too, yeah. Rancid meat when you open it up, like what the heck? This is also like a pretty healthy dish, I would say. Not that bad for you. Oh yeah, because we even cooked them. I remember that now, Sam. We even cooked the lamb shanks. And then after it was cooked, we realized they were bad. Have some garlic chips if we want to sprinkle those over too. A little extra crunch. We can decide later though. Just pick off this not so nice looking part of the onion. I'll just get a small container to put this garnish in. Yeah, rotten potatoes is seriously one of the worst. Okay, I'm gonna grab my garnish containers. I mean, I've never smelled a corpse, so like I wouldn't know that part of it, but it's gross. Samo. Trev. What? Hey, should you have been neighbors with plate breasts again? What does this mean? Is there a wrong word there? I'm confused. Okay, we're gonna slice this kind of fancy. We'll go on the bias. $14 minutes left. Nice. This day is honestly flying by. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. But like in a good way. In a good feeling way, it's going quick. Oh, shouldn't you be neighbors with polar bears again? I was like, plate breasts? Samo's up there right now. I'm at home though. Samo got a new job. I'm still waiting on mine. So we be chilling. Yeah, we'll call it that. Extended time off. Maybe by choice. Okay, green onions, done-o. Put that to the side. Cross it off. Our okonomi sauce. We have oyster sauce. I was gonna sneak a little of this sweet sort of barbecue sauce in. And then, what did they say? A little bit of soy sauce even? It's like sweet and vinegary, and then I'll grab the Worcestershire. The guy of a video who figured out how to make potato batteries to run a Raspberry Pi to run Doom. He played Doom on a potato. Oh my gosh. His conclusion, I love how there's a conclusion though, is it wasn't worth it. I love the random things that people do like that. It's true, Trev. It was putting too much pressure on everyone else. It was causing too much friction within the kitchen. Within the different kitchens at the camp. Like everyone would switch back and forth because the one is shitty and the other one was really good. You can definitely put the video link in Discord. Go for it. Okay. So it should be like a pretty thick sort of sauce. When we make this though, because it should be like drizzly. So I don't think I have an extra squeeze bottle around, but it just needs to be the consistency that's like thick, but you can drizzle it with a spoon. And it won't just like melt into the dish. So the oyster sauce is definitely the thickest part. Maybe we'll go with that, like half a cup. These bottles suck. Even worse than like a ketchup bottle. Just wipe that off, otherwise you'll never get the lid back on. Not ever again. There. Clean, always clean your lid tops so that they're not gross. Samo staging a coup. It could also be that option. I guess the first day everyone saw him driving the water truck, they were so confused. So that was a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire is how it's called. But my grandma always tells me it's pronounced Worcestershire. Just for sweetness, a little bit of the barbecue, and then for a little bit of seasoning and good flavor, just a touch of soy sauce. And then we'll just get a little whisk and see how the texture is, the consistency. I would put soy sauce on the board. Samo's never going back to the kitchen. You can't make him. Maybe we need to thin it out just a touch, but I want to see the flavor first. Wait, you live next to there? I didn't know that existed in the States too. Worcestershire. Worcester. It's too salty. But the other flavors are good, so I'm just gonna add more barbecue sauce. You're getting some snow today, Samo? I'm gonna use the other side of the spoon. We still need more. I might put just a little drop of honey in it, just for that extra touch of sweetness. But other than that, it tastes good. Like Worcestershire has that little bit of like kind of fishiness from the anchovies. So I got that perfect flavor. Nice saltiness from the soy sauce. Now you just gotta balance it. Say Worcester. Worcester. I like it. Ooh, actually, I know what I want to use instead. I found it. Is my rice wine, my mirin. Sweetened. Plus it'll thin it out just that little bit more. Yeah, oh shit! Samo on Ice Road Truckers. You never know. They should be starting to build the road within the next month up there, the ice road. That really balanced it out good. Okay, that's seriously perfect, because I've had okonomi sauce before. Last time we made this, just couldn't find it at the store this time. Yeah, we've met some of our clients that were on the show, Ice Road Truckers. That's pretty cool. Okay, while I'm over here... Oh, I had some sweetened soy sauce. I could have definitely used that up. I got the bonito and the nori. This is our nori. Are they toasted? It is. So I was talking about this earlier, is like toasting or roasting the seaweed before you go to cut it up. It just gives it a lighter like texture and is easy to work with if you roast it or toast it first. And it gives a good flavor too. It gets like more nutty. And then this is our bonito flakes. This is what it says. Dried, smoked, shaved skipjack tuna. And you'll see these are like magical when we go to put them on for garnish later. But let's cut these up. We don't have to cut the bonito. That's your staple sauce now, Trev. Soy, oyster, mirin, sugar, rice, vinegar. Oh, on chicken? Yes, please. Maybe we'll be cooking by then, Sam. Oh, look at these little strips I found in here. We did that for our own selves. That's probably enough even. A little goes a long way. Yeah, with the steam. Oh, it's so fun to watch. Just gonna cut this other bit in half. And then I like this length that I have this already pre-cut in. How it's like nice and short this way. So we're just gonna go across like this. Really nice and thin. Try and shred it up. It's a weird feeling to cut nori with your knife. Just go slow and controlled. And hi, Ander. Welcome back. Okay, so if I just go forward and back, that's what has worked the best. I'm not like trying to press super hard either. Yeah, it waves around like it's alive. I think that's probably my favorite part of making this dish. Is putting all the garnishes on afterwards. If you buy the bonito fish, yes, yeah, just like the fillet you're saying of the skipjack. I'm gonna stop there because it's getting hard. The food of your people, is that Cammy? Hi, Cammy. I thought it would be a nice little breakfasty dish to make together today. Have you bought the block of it then? Isn't it called katsubushi when it's in the full form, Trev? I think I learned this from David Chang. Okay, there's a little bit of nori. Yeah, I've never had it in block form either. That sounds wild. We did our sauce. The Kewpie's just in the fridge. Maybe we'll open it up and prep it. Nori and bonito. What the heck? That was the quickest prep ever. Literally. Yeah, then you have to buy the shaver. It's true. Okay, here it is. In all of its goodness. I left the wrapper on for you guys so you would see it, because it always makes me so happy. Oh, maybe. Maybe Katsubushi's done with a different type of tuna. Because, like, skipjack is, like, the lowest form, isn't it? And then just make sure, yeah, you gotta peel this off. You have an old one, Cami? Okay, that is super cool. And I love this because it has a star tip. Like, how fancy is that? Not those no-bag versions, nope. And yeah, they don't taste the same, you're right, Bonk. So this is what it is. There's just like a little label. You can't really see it now, but if I angle it, that's literally all it is. So we're just gonna keep that in the fridge for now until we need it. Let's mix up the batter. Let's see what Kenji says. I'm just gonna read a little bit. I can put a little bit of the green onion in here, it says. Yeah, you just buy the giant bags of the Katsubushi out of convenience. Do they literally last forever? Everyone's buying Kewpie now, Trev? It's just like a more rich mayonnaise. I find that it tastes kind of like mustardy. I don't know, it's got like a nice depth of flavor. It's rich, rich. Okay, so it says combine cabbage, scallion, couple things that we don't have, eggs and water in a large bowl, and then sprinkle your flour over it. Stir with a fork and beat heavily until a thick batter with plenty of bubbles forms, and then we set it aside. Hello, Apple Tater, welcome. We already prepped our pork belly for it. And I believe we do have a 10-inch skillet that we're cooking on today. And yeah, the bottle of Shiro Dashi when you don't even want to just mix in the dry powder to water. I love us. Okay. So this is just our Napa cabbage and some pickled ginger that we chopped up earlier. We have some scallions here. It says like half of the white of the green onion and half of the greens. Let's try and do that. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, if like the oils would go rancid or something like that. The fats from the fish. But it seems like so dry that it probably won't happen. I'm just grabbing our flour. I'm having flour today, chat. We've been good the rest of the weekend. This will be my own cheat day. Yeah, it's so dried up that I honestly wouldn't know. And then let's run our water on this side to get really nice and cold. So he literally just like cracks everything in the bowl together. Wash my hands at the same time. What was the amount of water he used? Half a cup of water and then about 3/4 of a cup of flour. half a cup or so of water. Thanks, Darth. Hi. How's your Sunday? Yeah. Here's my block of bonito. Please take care of it. So I don't have a couple of the like yam ingredients and stuff that keep this all together, so I'm gonna do half of the water to start. But we can always add more afterwards. Is there no like salt and pepper in this? Which I find weird. Okay, 3/4 of a cup of flour. I'm gonna add a little bit of black pepper. Because I actually have a peppercorn mix in here and it has some white peppercorns, which is so good with Asian foods. And I just like pepper with my stuff. So I'm putting my own spin on it. But I will leave the salt out. We'll leave the salt out because we have some salty condiments. Okay, let's grab a fork. He says, and whip it up. Whip it. Get those eggs crushed up first. See how thick this gets with the flour? Okay, it's a little thick. And then we can add more cold water. Lurkin, thank you, friend. Appreciate you. We'll see if it gets foamy. If it doesn't, because I think that comes from the mountain yam part of this, we can add a little bit of baking powder just for some bubbles so it's not too dense. The mixture looks really nice though, I will say. You just want to make sure that there's no floury clumps in here and that the egg is mixed in really well. So that when we go to bring this together later in the pan, it's gonna all stick together and not just fall apart on us. What if it gets FOMO? I don't know, Mish. I didn't know that was possible. It literally just keeps soaking up the water. Okay, I'm starting to see some bubbles around in the cabbage. You looked into getting a yakitori grill. It's okay expensive. Oh yeah, the charcoal. The crazy like Thai charcoal that you have to order to use it. I've always wanted to do that too, Trev. Okay, I see the bubbles, chat. And it looks really good now. This looks proper. And not too wet. It's like if we press this down, the cabbage is gonna cook, and when it cooks, it's gonna release juices too. I almost feel like I almost need like another egg in there. What do you think, Bonk? Should I add another egg? It doesn't look custardy enough. You love Japanese food? Just make your own style of yakitori grill for yourself. I don't know. Cause like this is the bottom part. It's like nice and bubbly under there, but there's not a ton of juices. But then again, we don't want it to get too dense either, right? We didn't pre-whip the egg. No, he said to just mix it all together in the bowl. And I haven't tried that, the omu rice. It's not a thing for me, Trev. I'm pretty picky about my eggs, and to have like a runny scrambled egg is just something texturally that I wouldn't enjoy there. But the people that I've heard that have eaten it say it's like one of the most phenomenal things ever. So would I try it if someone like ordered it? Yes. Would I order it for myself? Probably not, because I don't like wasting food. Okay, I'm gonna leave this. Now that I'm like looking more at the bottom part, it looks pretty nice and juicy. I'm gonna leave this. That looks good to me. I didn't put a ton of pickled ginger in just in case we wanted to put more on top for a garnish afterwards. I gave us options. Okay, let me just turn on the gimbal so that we can do some cooking over here together. See how that looks. It looks really good. Basically, perfection. Omu rice? Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Kame. Okay, so we got our mix here. Gonna put that behind the camera. We're gonna grab our pork belly out of the fridge, and we are starting. It does take a little bit to cook this in the pan. It's not like a quick cook. So give yourself like a good 15 minutes or so. Here's our pork belly. I'll just put it here. And then we are layering in the pork belly in the pan when it's cold, he says. And then after we layer the pork belly in, we actually pour the batter over while the pan is cold too. Gonna fill in these little gaps with some of these nubbins. And that way the pork belly, it doesn't curl up when we're cooking it at the bottom of the pancake. Nice, I put like all the fatty pieces towards the outside. I thought I was gonna have a lot of extra pork belly left, but look at this. It's like basically perfect. I only had a couple chunks, but I'm just gonna put that in the fridge for myself. Just washing my hands. How is it so clean? I wash it every day. Just with soap. Just with like Dawn dish soap and a green scrubby. Okay, there's already stuff happening. Let's go, go, go. We might not use all this either, right? Kind of spread it out. I'm trying to get like a good amount of the batter in with it. Yes. Don't think I want to go any thicker than that. You guys hear those sizzles though? Okay, so that's what we have left, so I'll probably cook one more for myself afterwards. Just make a veggie one, because that'll be really yummy to mix into a rice bowl. It is so supersized, I'm scared. It's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I had the pan on 7 heat. Like a medium-high heat as I was loading it, and now I'm turning it down to like 3.5. Maybe 4. A medium-high heat. Oh, the creaking of the electric burner, the worst. And then, so where's our lid? We pop our lid on as we cook it says. So we'll peek at it through there. Belgian way is bacon, savory, and potato. World War II dishes. Just farmer dishes. Nice. Your backsplash on your stove is stainless steel. That is always a tough one, yeah. You hate it. Because like every little grease splatter you're gonna see on it, right? I mean, in commercial kitchens, everything is stainless steel like that. But we clean it like once a week, right? If you work in a really good kitchen though, you clean it every single day. I'm just gonna put the flour away. And we need a plate that will fit this monstrosity. It'll look really good on a black plate. That's what we'll use. Irish bubbles and squeak. I've had that before, it's yummy. And we can't even peek to see what's underneath, really. I'm gonna grab a spatula just to see if we can. But we're not gonna do it just yet. We're not peeking just yet. We're doing Osaka style. But we did learn about the Hiroshima style this morning. That was cool. Welcome, Fides. Yeah, I got sliced pork belly on the bottom of the pan there. And then we mixed some pickled ginger into the batter with the cabbage. And then we made our okonomi sauce. We got scallions, bonito, and nori, as well as kewpie for our garnish today. There's bubbles, so I think that's how you know it's working. And then my burner is like not even how it sits, so I'm just gonna switch the pan around kind of halfway. Radiant isn't healthy? What does that mean? What does this mean? Yeah, this is the recipe that we used for inspiration today. It's a Hiroshima joke? Oh, I get it. I get it now, Mish. Good one. Yes! Wasn't that a thing at Costco, Trev? I heard about this. 150-piece Le Creuset set gets delivered to you on a pallet for under $5 grand. You're good to go for the rest of your life, honestly. And hi, Alex. Welcome in. Thank you very much. Things are happening. I see cooked eggs and like pork juices. I'm just turning up the burner a little bit. Wouldn't that be unreal? This is my palette of Le Creuset. Yeah, build another kitchen. Oh my gosh. Proxima. Instructions unclear. You got pickled and then you added the ginger? No. What are we gonna do now? What's everyone eating today? It's Sunday. You better be eating something good to finish off the week. You're eating just feta? Nice. I'm switching it back again. There's juices. There's bubbles in the middle of the pancake too, so that means things are cooking. Yeah. You're the only one allowed in the Le Creuset kitchen. They have to pay to use it. I didn't see like what all the pieces were in this set though, but that is seriously nuts. 150 pieces. You probably wouldn't even need all of them. Like I can definitely say I don't think I have 150 pieces of like cooking ware in here even. Where would I put it all? So we do want the underneath to be like browned. Okay, the pork is just starting to brown. And then really quick, I just noticed this. I'm just gonna run a spoon along the outer edge of the pan. So it's like kind of wanting to stick there, the eggs, right? But we need to be able to flip it. So I want the eggs to start like crisping up around the edge. And then if we have to slide a spatula underneath before we flip it just to make sure it all comes off nicely, we can do that. I'm not like super confident with this today, if you guys couldn't tell. It usually takes me making a dish like 3 to 5 times before I feel like super comfortable and that I can do a really good job. Yeah, I was surprised about that too. But it literally says to cover it the whole time you're cooking it. I might take it off in a little bit because it looks like it's getting pretty nicely cooked already in the center there. Hi Maka, welcome in. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, exactly, Alex. With all those pieces, they literally do count every single one separate. So maybe it could add up pretty quick then, hey? What are my favorite kitchen gadgets? Definitely a blender. Definitely a blender and probably like a scale. And then my stand mixer. Hi Wilson, welcome back. How have you been, friend? With a thick pancake, yeah, it can be hard to get it cooked through, right? And I was saying how I don't like weird runny scrambled eggs. Sambo's back. Okay, so I need a longer spatula then. I'm gonna get like the biggest one. And I don't want one with slits in it actually, because it'll kind of tear up the bottom of the pancake. So I grabbed this. You're doing good, Wilson? Did you get up to anything fun this weekend? I can tell it's starting to render out because of the bubbles around the edge. It's like fatty, right? And I'm starting to smell some pork too. Rice cooker number 1. I don't even own that. And your bread machine? You got old, Wilson. You don't do much. That's okay. It's okay to just hang out. There's a little bit of browning happening. Am I scared? Yes. Will it be fine? Probably. It seems like it mostly just stuck around the edges. He said we didn't need to use any extra fat if we used pork belly. But there's part of me that's really scared to flip this, and then it's gonna like half stick to the pan and fall apart. But I think we're ready to flip, guys. I believe we're ready for the flip. So he says to use the lid, but there's like a hole in my lid, so I'm kind of scared to do that. Will the juices not come out? Maka, thank you for the 100 biddies, friends. Maybe I'm just gonna commit. He says to do it over the sink. But I do have a really large plate up here. I'm scared though. I'm scared of like breaking the plate rather than the metal lid. Okay, I'm just gonna do it over here. A plate? I don't think I have one big enough. Okay, I found a roommate plate. I found a roommate one. Because I couldn't have that big of an edge on it, right? I found one. I turned off the heat too, if you guys were wondering. Grab your cloths, and so we hold the plate on each side, and then we're gonna flip it. I'm scared because this seems hard. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Probably gonna do it over here though, because it's safer than going over the stove. Hi Shadow, thank you. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, that's what I usually do. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh god, it came halfway off. It's fine though. Shh. It kind of stuck. Do you think we can just scrape it off and smash it back on the top? Just in like one small part. I think I got this. Okay, it kind of stuck in a bunch of spots. I lied. Ah! Just scrape it up. I don't even care. I want to eat it all. Tasty scrambled egg bits. I'm just gonna scrape them in a bowl and then put it back on. Honestly, by the time we like cover it with all the garnishes, you're not even really gonna notice the edges. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. Okay, don't watch what I'm doing over here though. Do we think it's gonna stick again though? If I don't spray it? Ew, look at that. That looks gross. Do you think it'll stick again? Should I put a little bit of nonstick spray or something? But the pork belly looks fantastic, I will say that. I'm wondering the same thing, Bonk. Here, I'll grab a spray really quick. I'll kind of just like zhuzh it up once we get it back into here. It seems like it's held together though. And the pork belly is like fantastically crisped. It does seem like a good ratio. I just think it's stuck to the pan too much. So we're just gonna try and tuck in those sides as it finishes cooking and then go from there. Everything in life's a learning experience. Hi Dust, how are you? Like a lot of pancake with a bunch of veggies in it. And yeah, the Napa cabbage might have added too much moisture. That was the one thing I was worried about. Hey, what do I always say on streams? As long as it is edible, that's what matters most. So now I'm gonna kind of crank the heat for this last bit. Where'd that other piece of pork go? Like, oh, it kind of went like into the mix. Oh, really, Mish? Sushi stream when? Never. I absolutely hate making sushi and I'll never make it on stream. So it's literally the one thing I'll never stream. But there's lots of other streamers that make fantastic sushi on their stream. Yeah, sushi's the one thing I will always pay someone else to make for me because I'm so picky about it. And I can't handle like mediocre sushi. Vietnamese spring roll stream when? We could do that coming up. I mean, I can't eat them, so it wouldn't be that enjoyable for me. Maybe we'll wait till Sam's home. There's eggs in real ice cream, Dust. It's called a creme anglaise is the base. And yeah, it's thickened with egg yolks. But if you don't make it right, yeah, it'll scramble. You seem to miss my stream times. I stream Friday, Saturday, Sundays. I start at noon Mountain Time every day. That's where I'm at. Aw, oh, that sucks, Mish. And yeah, Samo's right saying like we have been gone for a bit too. Well, I was hoping this would turn out a little bit better today on stream. I think the flavor is gonna be awesome. It just doesn't look as good as it could. You're busy and fail to look at Twitch? That's okay. Life happens, friend. So we're not covering it now because we don't want the pork belly to go soggy on us. I'm turning it down to low now. I just wanted the underneath to get nice and crisped first. I hope I don't have to. I'm gonna also try and do my best. I'm feeling a lot better lately. The first couple days were hard without him. But I'm like back in my groove now. Bonk, I think you're right. We should have added that other egg. Like, this is something that I've learned over time. Cooking, let's say, is when you feel like you should add something, just do it. Just do it then. Because then later on, you'll just like kick yourself. Mishi, did you guys try the ice creams that you made yet? Yeah, if you feel it needs it, just do it. And that's just something that'll come with practice and experience cooking different dishes, right? But even myself, if I'm making something for like the first or even the second time, like today, I'm still gonna try and follow the recipe. But as we go along, now we're learning like what we should do, what we shouldn't do, right? It's definitely fluffy and not dense. I will give it that. But did it hold together? Literally not at all. Is the pork belly gonna taste amazing? Yes. You served up your ice cream yesterday. They ate 2 liters of it. Let's go. Coconut is life for me. That sounds so good. Samo and his truck in Discord. The best. The best. Okay, I'm gonna wait 2 more minutes and then I think I'm gonna munch. We'll finish it up. We'll garnish it. Yeah, a coconut ice cream and a mint ice cream. Oh yeah, you do have to name the truck that you're driving. This is true. This is the bowl of random bitlies. Oh, that's where the other little pieces of pork belly are. Wait. Instead of me munching it, I'm gonna put it back on the pancake so it can heat up. But I will eat these other little things. That fell out. The pork belly. Hello, Random Chance 62. Thank you very much for that. As well as the follow. Okay, while I'm waiting one more moment, I'm just gonna take a quick bathroom break. Don't touch the dial. Hi. I'm here. Feta the truck? We gotta vote for naming the truck? Ouch. I didn't mean to hurt myself, but it happened. Okay, let's come over. Oops, wrong one. The fruck? Feta the fruck? Wait, I didn't see that part. Thank you for that. Okay, so what are we learning today? We're not gonna unplug our phone when we're done with the camera over here. Is this gonna be an absolute mess to get on the plate? Yes, it is. Do I even know if it's possible? Honestly, no, I don't. It turned into, like, scrambled eggs with cabbage and pork belly on top. And I literally have no idea how we're gonna get this onto the plate. Do I have to flip it back onto the other plate and then flip it onto this plate? I think so. I'm not showing you because it's that bad. Oh my god, yeah, here's your pizza. I'd end my own life. Literally. Serve it in the pan. No, it looks like shit. Sadly. I have faith that I'll be able to make it look good. It just takes a little bit more extra work to do so. And you guys can't watch. Okay, not as bad as I thought, honestly. The bottom doesn't look bad. This is how it looked when I flipped it over. At least it did get crisp because, like, browned cabbage like that is actually so delicious. Japanese pizza? Is it gonna taste delicious? Yes. Does it look like crap? Also, yes. I'm just gonna wipe the rim of the plate and then we'll garnish it. Remember when I said we won't see any of the mess underneath? That's my hopes. It looks like a stir fry. Shut it. It half is. That's what I'm saying. It literally looks like an omelet with like pork on it. Okay, I think the first layer should definitely be the Kewpie, right? Ugly delicious. I don't know if I can take a pick bonk. I can't unhook my camera because it'll throw the stream off. Let me see. I got my iPad. I'm one of those people, chat. It was a good show. This doesn't look nearly as nice as my phone. The hell? It doesn't look nearly as good. Okay, so we saw how they garnished it, right? Right? I said rice. If you don't know, just scroll up to the top. Thanks, Dusty. Let's come in closer. Mine didn't get nearly as crisp, though. as his did. Now our homemade. Green onions. Which are also in the batter too. So you get like cooked as well as fresh. Our little bit of nori. I'm not putting a ton of this. I topped it differently. What do you mean? Should I not top it like this? No, no, no. What the heck are we supposed to do then? Do you sauce it brown sauce first? I don't think it makes a difference. Tell me. I don't know if these will dance. Probably not. That one was really thick. This might have been sitting out for too long now. We waited too long. But it literally, so just to look at this, it looks like tuna bacon. I mean, it basically is what it is. Oh, it is dancing a little bit. You see this one over here? It's like a tuna bacon. So a little bit goes a long way, right? Kind of tastes like fish food. Microwave it? Oh, so I should have switched how I did the sauces. That's it though, that's not that bad. I didn't heck it up that bad then. It's working, everyone. Okay, I'm grabbing a fork. Looks like fish food, tastes like intensely smoked dried tuna. You are right. Yeah, Sambo. He was missing me too much, Mish. We see movement. Did I have to hold it up more? See how they're slowly moving? Ah, that one really did. I did take a picture of it. So that's what it does. It literally looks like it's alive. Okay, I'm gonna switch to this. Yeah, everyone wave hi. The crispage on the pork belly is real. Albert didn't eat for 10 days when you were in Iceland. Oh my gosh, Mish. Just like on strike. Yeah, that's what Sam said too. Okay, so one more view of it. Ah, don't let it slide off the plate. Sometimes it looks different in the other cameras. Okay, I'm going in. Gotta like get through the pork belly. It's like, smells so smoky in here. Like there's so many different smells. It's like smoky and fishy. That's a good looking bite though. Mm-hmm. You almost had a heart attack? I felt it. I saw it. I like doing that to you guys. It actually turned out really good. The cabbage is definitely cooked. It has a little bit of crunch still, which is nice. The pork is so tasty. Mmm. It's like chewy, buttery, nutty. The mayo also adds this like really nice richness when you eat it all together. It almost reminds me of a hollandaise or something, the Kewpie on here. How it all tastes. Last time we made this, you had an upset tummy. And then I was remembering we made it on the big green egg. I don't remember that you were sick though. There's so many different flavors as well as like textures, Dust. Like look at that bite with the crispy pork belly. And I really like the little kick from pickled ginger in there. Kind of cleanses the palate. It's not as rich. We just eat it off the cutting board instead, Mish, if it fell off the plate. Mmm. It turned out better than I thought. It turned out better than I thought. One of those dishes that maybe didn't look the best as we were making it. Gave us a nice test of our confidence and courage. But we made it happen. I love the green onion flavor on this too, the fresh ones. It is very breakfast-esque though. The other thing I was thinking is like making mini versions of this. Probably easier to do than this really large one, right? This is literally what I've been craving. How did I know? Next time, do the Hiroshima style. Which is, when we were learning about this earlier, what is the difference again? Oh yeah, eggs, bean sprouts, and noodles, which sounds so good too. What kind of noodles would you use, I wonder? Gamera, you drove 20 years of semis? Okay, that's cool. This is also true, yes. As someone who has never been to Japan, I don't fully know the culture, but we are slowly learning about it, which the Japanese food is like massive on presentation. Like Bonk said, they believe that you eat with your eyes first. So imagine serving them something that just doesn't look good. That's not part of their culture. So yeah, if it looks good and it tastes good too, that is proper. You guys know I don't lie to you. I wouldn't lie. I've said many times on stream when we've made something and it literally just didn't turn out. It's like, honestly, don't save this recipe and we're not making it again. I'm gonna slowly munch this still though. I'm not super starving right now. We are done pretty quick. I had a massive yogurt bowl this morning. But I'm gonna have a couple more bite skis. And like Kenji said, it's okay if it gets like a little bit lukewarm, right? Hey. I'll keep the lid there. You may go get your semi-driving license after this. Could be cool. Something new. Chat, do we still want to make a quick Greek salad? Together for Mish? Yes? Okay. And then we're set up for the next few days. I think I was most concerned about the pancake not being cooked through. But it's all cooked through. So I'm honestly really happy about that. Everyone says, yeah, Greek salad. Yeah, imagine if Mish said, no, we don't want a Greek salad. I'm just gonna keep munching on that as we're making it, though. Two peps. We'll do 1 cucur. Why is Greek salad just life? And these funny looking tomatoes. I had them in the top of my fridge, like on the top shelf. And then I realized that it was freezing things up there on the top shelf, so we'll see how these are when we cut into them. I was like, that's not very nice. This is seriously the one thing that I can always eat. Oh, the only thing I don't have for this salad, I think, is olives. So we used them all in the last one. And I always start by cutting the cucumber. Tip and top it. This is a long English cucumber. And we just keep everything nice and chunky, like around 1-inch cubes, I always say. And I will be curious to see how my body digests the okonomiyaki with the amount of wheat flour that we put into there. I'm intrigued. I'll also say this salad to like buy from a restaurant or anywhere that makes it is so expensive now. So just make it for yourself at home instead. Hi Weasel, how are you? Oh no. Sneaky little piece. I'll just eat it. Mmm. Just doing chores and chilling. That sounds like a nice Sunday. I'm good. We just finished our okonomiyaki. And then chat talked me into making a Greek salad. This is how it turned out if you missed it. I've been slowly munching on it in the back. Move to Canada. Do it. And we'll cut these little parts out. It's like called the rib of the pepper. It's just spongy and doesn't really taste like anything. That's why we always cut it out. You were lurking as we were cooking? Nice. Appreciate you for that. Well, now you saw the final result. Usually cut the peppers into triangles, kind of. Just to play around with the different shapes of the veggies in this salad. You didn't put any bell peppers, Bonk? Is it just because you don't like it? Use cucumber, tomato, onion, feta, red wine vinegar, olive oil, Italian spices, salt, and pepper. That's like the perfect dressing. I've been loving these sweet peppers from the store. They've been actually really tasty lately. Samo playing video games actually helped him with his job. Yeah, by the time you realize you're missing the pepper, it was too late. But it just goes to show that this salad is still good without it, right? Okay, let's take these little stems off of these. They look so funny and wrinkly. But they really soak up the dressing, well, I have to say that. Yeah, all of his years playing Truck Sim as well as Snow Runner, he manifested that for himself, we can say. So funny. Oh yeah, Sambo might have got the truck stuck yesterday in the snow. He was trying to go through a deep area and he just didn't know what would happen, right? So he thought he got it stuck and then he's like, wait. Well, in Snow Runner, when I get it stuck, I just put the diff lock on. So him and his other coworker, they looked for the diff lock on the dash, turned it on, no problem. Got right out. No! You even had the olives and you didn't put them in? That's kind of a tragedy. Because, like, I could use those right now, because now I don't have olives. These little tomatoes are so cute. They're not, like, big, but they're also not, like, cherry. Don't even know what to call them. Well, at least you have olives for next time you make it then, right? And then you had onions, and no peppers, whereas I have peppers, but no onions. Same, but different. Yeah, we'll just call them small vine tomatoes. I was just wondering if there was, like, an actual varietal name for them. So we're just gonna cut these into 4. And then I have a Greek salad dressing that I use as a base in the fridge. But then I still always add my own extra garlic and oregano, as well as some salt and pepper to the mix. Campari tomatoes. I was thinking about that, Chase. I literally almost said it. But then I was like, wait, is that actually what they are? Because that's what I've heard them called too. I just like how all of their seeds and stuff stay like really intact when you cut them up. All of the tasty bits in there. Yeah, they are actually on the sweeter side. Eric, how are you? And thank you, dude. 44 months in a row? I'm honored. How's your weekend? We're just mixing up a quick Greek salad. And now while you're here, I'm gonna have another bite of my Okonomikyaki. It was a learning experience, but it's actually so delicious. So that just means I'll have to make it again so I can make it better, right? Mmm. But the taste is money. Mmm. It's feta, if you guys were wondering. I realize it doesn't say it on there. It just says goat cheese product of Greece. It's feta, if you guys were wondering. All of it? Ah! Feta juice everywhere. I'm thinking all of it. But I do still have tomatoes and cucumber, though, left over. But then I also can say that I have bocconcini, too, which would probably be yummy in a salad like this as well. Okay, I'm just gonna drain the brine out and see if there's any extra little chunkies. In the container. You have a complaint that it doesn't say feta on it? Coming from Greco-Greek? Okay, there's only like a couple chunkies up in this corner. I'll just kind of scoop them out. I got feta, but I don't have the olives. It's a sad story. The chef job doesn't pay as much as the frucking job. Not even close, bonk. Frucking job, I think, was $11 more an hour than chef job. Yeah, no olives. Goodbye. See you. Unfollowed. What's my cheater dressing? That's what I call it. It's insane, bonk. I mean, like, think about this, though. Because, like, always in the industry, the culinary industry has always been the lowest paid. It doesn't even matter. And yeah, the cooking side is contracted out. So, like, that side of it is a little bit weird how they do it. But yeah, everyone, like, when they learn what the wage is for the kitchen at the mine site, they're just like, what? No. They're just literally shocked. Okay, I'm grabbing the garlic and oregano. Okay. Salt and peps to start. Yeah, you'd literally think chefs get paid more because, like, the world can't run without people eating and getting fed, but that is not the case, and that is something that has bugged me a long time since working in this industry. Just a little bit of salt, because feta cheese is pretty salty on its own. Garlics. Straight from California. You always need extra garlic. Grab a spoon. Oh, they definitely enjoy the meals. I mean, we did hear last time we were coming home and our chef was going up, our roommate. On the plane with him, the mine site, so B2 Golds, they did hire 2 of their own chefs to bring up to the site to teach the people at the new camp how to cook for the clients. I don't know what happened from that. Mary! Hi, Mary! Pooh, she says. I missed you. You did. Been back for a couple weeks now. How are you? Bye, Samo. I might not see you again, so I'll talk to you after stream if that's the case. You thought I went to camp? I was at camp. We were there for 5 weeks straight. It was almost an 8-week straight period because we only had 5 days off in between at home. So it was a really, really long stint, but we've been back for a little bit now. Well, I've been back, but Sam's back up there now. Yeah, we have been telling them, Bonk. Even like HR, when we were talking to them about getting hired on, they're like, I'm assuming this is like a pay raise for you guys. And we were like, big time. She's like, can I ask how much? So then we told her and she's like, this is literally gonna change your life. She's like, never mind a raise. This is like life changing for you guys. We're like, yeah, basically. Okay, how nice and like creamy the feta cheese makes it. I'm salivating already. This is a sneaky thing we like laughed and talked about. Is like, okay, we'll get hired onto the mine. And then everyone will be upset because the food sucks so bad. And they're gonna be like, hey, you guys need to come back to cook. But then we'll be like, hey, you need to hire us for the same wage that you're paying us now, though. And then see what happens. Because you never know, right? First bite ski. It's yummy. Just a little bit more salt. And pepper. But other than that, the flavor is good. It always tastes better if you let it sit for a little bit of time together too. The first rotation that we had the other people take over the cooking bonk, one of our clients lost 30 pounds in 3 weeks. He was losing 10 pounds a week because he just wouldn't, there would be no food that he could eat because he has a pretty strict diet. It's like basically just like meat and vegetables. I was like, this is insane. And I guess he'd just like yell at the chefs in the dining room and stuff. But like, that's so dangerous to not like feel your body when you work for 12 hours a day like that. Like, it's just not safe to operate like that. And so then when they come down for snacks at the exploration camp, they're just like, they're literally starving us up there, is what they would tell us. They're like, I'm fading away. And then we would get like in trouble if we said anything to that. So it's like, I don't know what to do. That's better. I guess they would just cover everything in like Cajun seasoning. And so everything would just be like overly spiced. Whereas like we would cook pretty simple food, right? Just like nice roasted meats, roasted veggies, plain rice. Whoa, all those veggies really taste nice and fresh. Hey, red syrup, thank you very much. Totally, yeah, that's what we would always do, Weasel. Sounds like they don't care. It's that and just like inexperience of the job. Like the company we used to work for, they'd just like hire unskilled labor to the point where like people couldn't even speak English that you're working with. So how can you become an awesome team together if that's what you have to deal with, right? Yeah, if you don't put your heart into the food and what you're cooking, it really, you can taste it at the end of the day. And that's what I've always said is like, I'll always leave a place where I'm cooking before it gets to the point where I'm not caring, because that's like the worst feeling in the world. Okay. We did all the things today. That was a fun stream. 2 hours went by so quick. I don't know what we're gonna do coming up this week. There might be a surprise stream tomorrow. I'll see how I'm feeling when I wake up, but maybe we'll do a menu plan stream. We'll see. I'll let you guys know on Discord, but usually Mondays I do like to take just as like a day for myself to not really do much. The motorbikes are out. The sun is shining, so someone has their motorbike out. Just in case you were wondering. They're crazy. You shouldn't be driving a motorbike right now. They like to let you know, Mish. I will say this. Oh my gosh, Graham is still streaming? Do you want to go see Graham again? Are they done soon or what? Who else do we got on here? I think we're gonna raid Graham. Unless you guys want to go see somebody else. You're very welcome, White Dove. Yeah, we'll see you coming up this week. Are you streaming, Watermelon? Or you're not streaming today? Okay, I got it set up. We hit the button. Let's go see how his soup-a-thon stream is going. I dropped you guys there yesterday. We had a lot of fun. I don't know how the IRL portion went because I had to pop out. I went on my own little walkie when Graham did that. Yeah, you're welcome, Walter Melon. But yeah, let's go see what Graham is doing today. Finish off the week, spreading the deliciousness that way. I hope we inspired you this weekend to cook awesome food for yourself, share it with others. That is what is most important, is food is awesome at bringing people together. And it's just awesome to fuel your body with nutritious ingredients. If you want to make any of this stuff that we made this weekend, all the recipes are in Discord already. And other than that, thank you, friends, for being here, just taking time out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate you. And thank you for all your contributions to this stream, too. Makes me really excited. I mean, we're almost at 6 years together. What the hex? But yeah, take care. Stay safe out there. You know where to message me if you need anything at all. If you need any tips while you're cooking at home, I'm around. Okay, we're about to run out of time. I'm gonna hit this button. Love y'all. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye!